Okay. Just so that way, for any like new people, what I like to do is just have this recorded because we're just going to go through some basic details and things like that. Okay.
Okay.
So really with that being said, I'm just going to share my screen. I may kind of like pop in and out of here, just a heads up for you guys. Um, but I just have like a little PowerPoint more for you guys and all that fun stuff and fun emojis. That's my favorite. Love emojis. I'm an emoji fan, so like to keep it interesting. And then I think Katie just popped in here too. Okay. So obviously, first and foremost, are we ready? Back to school, right? We want to make sure that
Yeah.
we are kicking our booties back in gear here. So obviously we're gonna get started September 1st. So right on Labor Day is when the challenge is gonna get started. And what I always like to do is get feelers out, okay? Because at
Thank
this point,
you.
a lot of times we tend to think that the holidays are
I
usually
have passed
the
shipping
hard
passed
part.
on. Sorry.
But
Okay.
really, in all actuality, the hard part sometimes I personally think is summers. Summers tend to be, I think, where we can run into some trouble. So you guys can throw in the chat, you guys can talk out loud who feels unorganized, who feels not structured right now, who feels bloated, who feels unmotivated, or just what does anybody feel any of those things right now?
Bloated, yes. Unstructured, yes.
All right, Melanie. Okay. Anybody else have like anything else that they're feeling lack of energy, anything else going on?
I guess just
No.
coming back from vacation, that was tough, getting back into it.
Okay.
Went on a trip and then came back, and it's hard to get back in the groove.
Mm-hmm.
Just
100%.
a little unstructured, trying to get back into the groove of stuff. I mean, I've been in it for 2 months now, but trying to fit everything in. So,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I think that's like, as much as we're out of the school year, if we're not a student or we're not a teacher, sometimes our brain still works on, okay, it's summer break, right? So we get a little more lenient, a little more like, whatever the case may be, we may go on vacations or we may have different events, graduation parties. There tends to be a little bit more parties over the summer too. So what we want to do is just kind of nip that in the booty. So don't worry, you guys are in luck, right? So we worked hard just kind of behind the scenes to put together the back to school challenge just to kick everybody's ass if you may feel like you need that right now. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, you know me, I'm not a sailor, but I'm very real. So what we want to do is obviously we want to provide the most that we can for you guys as members because we feel like it's not just a fitness thing, right? Fitness, we want to provide for that. We want to, give the service of great training, great formatting, those types of things. But nutrition plays a pretty big role as well as accountability with the long-term success of somebody, whether it's dropping weight, gaining more energy, whatever that goal is. So what we are doing for this challenge is you guys are going to have body stat check-ins. So you saw today, we posted it on Facebook. We will be doing assessments next week. When you guys go into the gym, there's three different clipboards with 3 different days. You literally just pick the time, the day that you want to do your assessment. It's just a weigh-in and body fat. Um, that's all it is. So that way we can get those stats for the beginning marker of your challenge. The other thing is going to be the done for you meal plan, which I'm going to break down in this call, where it's meal prep strategy, recipes, custom serving sizes, grocery list, all that fun stuff. And then the other thing, as you guys may have seen in some of our former challenges, raffle giveaways, pop-up challenges. We really want to try and make this fun and engaging because the number one thing that's going to help tie it in or keep that consistency back in the gym is making it fun, right? We want to make sure that we keep, dangling like what is it, the steak in front of you guys so that way we keep that momentum going forward. Okay. So let's talk nutrition. Everybody's favorite topic in the whole entire world. So I like to break this down, and I love to take this opportunity with all of you to educate you on how do I come up with meal plans that I come up with? How do I come up with serving sizes that I come up with? All of that fun stuff. So that way you guys really understand it's not just about eating an apple instead of a cookie. It's not about deficits. It's not about, those types of things that we tend to kind of buzzwords, if you guys have ever heard those around nutrition. What I like to do is these are my 3 pillars when it comes to creating any type of nutrition or meal plan. So, first and foremost, I know what we do to you in the gym. Okay. So, I know that we need to recover. Okay. And we need to repair. So those are the first things that I always look for is I need to make sure that when we tear those muscle groups, which that's what you do every time you come in and work out, is you rip your muscles. Okay. And what it needs in order to repair is your muscle needs amino acids and you also deplete it of glucose. So you take all the energy in your muscle and you deplete it. And where soreness comes in is that is called lactic acid. So that goes into the muscle and that's what creates that, oh my God, I can't bend my legs kind of a feeling, or I can't feel my arms kind of a feeling. So what we need to do is we need to provide carbs. Yes, carbs. I even put it in the PowerPoint because I don't know if any of you raise your hand have heard carbs are your enemy. They're not. But I need to make sure that we are providing enough amino acids, which is protein, and enough carbs for recovery purposes. Okay. Number 2 is going to be build muscle to burn fat. Now, we get a lot of different people that come in, and this may have been you before in the past, but typically what we see is people eat less to weigh less, right? Or to drop weight. Yes, in theory, you will do that. If you eat less, you will drop weight. But the problem with that becomes if you drop that weight, you're not doing anything to sustain or build muscle mass. So your firmness in your body goes away and your sagginess will pick up. And that is not the direction we want your body going in. We don't want you to sag and drop weight. We want you to feel firm. We want you to feel strong as you drop weight. So that's really where when I'm creating the meal plan and I am breaking down serving sizes, yes, it's kind of for a broad spectrum, but it is for just a baseline of a light or lighter female, which 9 times out of 10, believe it or not, most of you don't even hit the right amount of protein that you're supposed to hit, or you're not even close to somebody, let's say, who's on the lighter side. So it gets you and builds you up to where you at least should be. And I'll talk more about long-term nutrition if you want to set up a one-on-one nutrition consultation with me. But this is just more so meant for the basic and the basis of things. Okay. So we want to build muscle. We do that through repairing and recovering it. So providing enough protein because it will repair it and it will build it. And what happens is it starts to shrink the fat around that muscle. So that's what we want to do with your body is as you drop, you stay toned and you don't get saggy. Okay. And then the last thing is easy and sustainable. Okay. It's not, again, apple versus cookie. How many of you guys have seen the meal plans I've been throwing up lately with like the pint of ice cream, the Portillo's beef sandwich was in there? Did any of you guys see those?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. So that's where, in theory, I want to make sure that when you guys do a meal plan, it's not, I have to cook my separate meals outside of my family because nobody's going to eat what I have to eat. It's not, I have to completely get rid of cheese. I have to completely get rid of this. Because what's the point of that? In 28 days, if you're just going to kick your butt and then just go back to the way that you were eating before, what's the point, right? I would rather teach you all how to properly fuel your bodies with the amounts of the foods that you're supposed to eat. And then if you want to take it to the next level and clean up your diet, that again is more of a conversation of a one-on-one program with me. Okay. But that's really where I just want you guys to understand the 3 pillars of when I'm creating a meal plan and we're going through those things. It's recovery and repair first and foremost. So that way we keep the body feeling good. We are building muscle to burn fat. So we're efficiently optimizing your body and we're keeping it easy and sustainable. So that way this isn't just a 28 days, let's go crazy and drop a whole bunch of weight and then just go right back to all the old habits. Okay. So have any of you on here done one of the meal plans before from a previous challenge that I've done? Or have you tried
yeah.
it? You
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
you guys feel with that? Because I love to get feedback. Do you feel like it's easy? Do you feel it's conducive? You kind of give some feedback for me.
It was
I think
easy
it's,
to follow, I think.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah, I feel it's been easy to follow and the recipes have been great, usually.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're easy
good.
recipes. They're not like 20 different things in there or
Yeah.
things you have to go buy. It's
Yeah, where
easy
it's like
recipes.
go find saffron and paint
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. So perfect. So that's exactly what we want when it comes to that. So how many of you guys are excited for back to school?
I don't have any kids in the game anymore.
Me
So
either.
Yeah, I know you guys are my 6:30 crew is gonna be the ones that are like, I've been partying and drinking and my kids are back to school. So I got all my goody two shoes on the call right now.
yeah.
What's up, Larry? I'm sorry I didn't get to say hi. I was in the middle of
Hi, hi.
Did you get some good stuff from there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Awesome,
thank you.
awesome. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. So really just when it comes to back to school, just next steps that you guys want to keep a lookout for is I will be sharing the meal plan in the Facebook groups. If you do not have Facebook, please feel free to reach out to me. I will directly email them over to you. Okay. We're going to get started September 1st. So the first day will be Labor Day. And really for you guys, all you have to do is when you come into the gym, make sure just to pick a time slot for when you want to do your weigh-in. So just taking your weight and your body fat, okay? And then really from there, just kind of hang back. Let me know if you have any questions. But we're just going to kick some butt over the next, 28 days for the back to school challenge. And if anything pops up, you can reach out to myself, Ryan, any of the trainers. We're all here to answer any questions that you guys have.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
And
All
then
right.
we still will be doing referrals. So last day for referrals is going to be tomorrow. So if there's anybody that you guys know of, if there's anybody that you guys may think might be interested, even if just for like a nutritional portion too, or anything like that. We've had people who have popped on who actually live out of state with us before, which was pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. So if you guys know of anybody that's like, hey, you could do this for $99, you get this meal plan, they get accountability coaching. And we provide them at home workouts too. We can have them hop in from wherever they are. Okay. So yeah, so that's all I got for you guys. Everybody good?
Yeah, I have
Good.
one
Yeah.
question about the referrals. Somebody in my neighborhood used to go to you guys, and
Mhm.
then she had saw my name on there, and then I saw her today, and I said I could I still refer her since she did like the 6-week challenge, I don't know, a year or
Oh
so ago.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like.
yeah,
Will
yeah.
they take? So okay, that's what I
Will
needed.
they take me? Yes, we will take you. No. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
What's her name, Danielle?
Maria Greeny.
Maria
So
Beanie. She went to Orland, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I was gonna say
She's in my
Maria. I'm
neighborhood.
like,
So.
we have a Grace and Angie Graney in Mount Greenwood. So that's
Oh,
why I
okay.
was like, I know that last name, but then I'm like, I think I remember who Maria is. So
Okay. Yeah. So okay, I'll
okay.
let her know. So
Okay, crew. All right. Well, you
all
guys are all set. So let me know if anything pops up. Keep a lookout. Get your assessment time. Keep a lookout for the meal plan, and then we're gonna rock and roll. Okay.
right.
Okay,
Thanks,
great.
Paige.
Thank
Have a
Okay.
good
you.
All right.
day.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye.